This is weird. Like, you could just you could record the FaceTime video.
Yeah, I know there's a lot of stuff I could do, but until somebody teaches me how to do it, I'm not going to be able to do it. So now, here we are. I'm FaceTiming with my son. And he wants to tell a story. Well, more than the point, I want him to tell the story of when he lived up here briefly. It was in July of, was it 1991? 1991.
This was 1991.
When you were a junior, well, you were getting ready to start your senior year in high school.
Yes.
And the internet really hadn't started on the roll yet. But he comes up with his computer and a modem which was the size, by the way, of a really large old compact disc player today.
At least.
And he's got things to tell you a story about, which I think is well worth listening to.
So, I at the time,
there was a huge hysteria about child pornophy and shit.
Well, maybe there was for you.
Well, not for me, but no, it's like this weirdo I was, friends with.
Well,
and he was a weirdo. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Thomas. I'm sorry, please.
You want me to tell a story or not, man?
Yeah, I really want you to. I'm sorry.
So at the time, there was no such thing as the internet as we understand it today, children.
Yeah.
So we...
AOL dial-up. I'm sorry.
Jesus, man.
I know.
You're terrible. This is why this is not going to work out.
No. I'll shut up. I will shut up now. I will shut up.
So at the time, you would connect with people on these things called BBSs, or bulletin board systems.
Yeah.
And on these bulletin board systems, you could share all manner of things, and you could text and communicate like you do today, but only it required you to dial a phone number and connect to a server via a modem. So at the time, I had also hinted to my father that I had perhaps, had one of these bulletin board systems that I would periodically operate from time to time.
Perhaps you ought to explain that you were living at my house at the time.
At the time, I had moved into my father's house to avoid the unbelievable shithole nightmare that was my mother's house.
I think the way she put it was, I'm sending him up here to you because I can't do anything more with him.
Well,
that's all right.
Well,
we all have to live and learn and get along.
The fact of the matter is, at the time, I felt like I wanted to move into my father's house, and so I moved into my father's house.
But we want to hear the final statement when you leave. I'm sorry. I understand. I love that expression because it's exactly the one I would be using right now. I'm sorry. Please. You're being very tolerant.
You're really making this hard.
I know. I don't mean to be.
Listen,
if I were trying to make it hard, it would be hard, but I'm not.
This would be a lot easier if I was just out there telling the story.
I know, but it's more fun this way.
So, there I am. I'm settled into my corner bedroom, which was an ample bedroom, I might add.
I cleaned it out for you. I cleaned it out for you.
Yes, you did. It was beautiful. And
it was clean. Vacuumed and everything.
I hint to my father that I might be sharing some files that perhaps have been hacked. Now, back in the early 90s, to defeat copy protection, all you had to do was edit a hex file, and then share that edit with folks as they downloaded your hacked version. That might not mean much to many of you, but that's okay. The point is that I was sharing a few, a few programs that were perhaps, had the copy protection removed from them. And so I moved into my father's house, and he said, "I don't want you to do that." And I said, "I won't do it."
No.
He said, "Dad," he said, "I won't." He said, "I don't want you to do that here." And I said, "I won't do it." Well, he didn't believe me. So one day, now I'm telling I'm telling.
No. Tell your story.
So one day, he decided that he didn't like the fact that I was spending too much time online on this BBS. I'd connected to some BBS, some bulletin board systems, and he had somehow become convinced that somehow I was sharing files that I shouldn't be sharing, which it absolutely was not the case, because I had told him I wasn't going to do it. And at that point in time, anyway, my word was good. And he didn't believe me. So that's fine. So I went to school one day. Which he took me to school one day, and I came home.
Yes, you might want to go to the fact that I had to drive you down to school each day.
All right. Well,
that's okay. That's neither here nor there for the
side story.
Yeah.
My father had to drive me to school one day, and I came home to find that not only had he taken the modems that I had. Now, back in the day, children, and you younger people, a modem was a device that you attached to your computer that you used to dial out to the internet, as it was in the day. But it was essentially a phone dialer / data processor. Now, and then they became built into the computer, and then now they don't even exist anymore. It's all just built into.
It's wonderful.
Yeah. So I came home and I found out that both of my modems,
You had two? I didn't even know you had two. I found the one.
Well, you took them both.
Did I find both of them?
Both my 1200 baud. Old school people will know what that means.
Baud.
And my 2400 baud.
Baud, get that.
That would be a bit rate now that would be so ridiculously slow that no one would ever bother with it. Had been taken mysteriously out of my closet. And that's fine. But
what was interesting was the way you would hide them in your closet.
Well, because, but, well, I didn't hide them from my closet. In fact, one of them, you were sly enough to unhook one of them, so you knew what you were doing there.
Yeah.
So, but the more interesting point was that somebody had dug up the phone line from under the ground and cut it.
Well, I knew where it was because I just had to have the thing redone because the guy that put in the pole barn cut the phone line. So I knew where it was.
So, folks, what that means is that Joe Kersey dug up his own phone line and cut it so that I would not use what passed for the internet at the time.
Because I cared about you. I also cared about not being drawn to the attention of the federal authorities for whatever reason.
And the dial tone went all through the house.
Well, I don't know about that, but anyway. Yeah.
Oh, it kept thinking the damn phone was off the hook.
Oh, there goes Carter.
Thank you.
I'm sorry. Go on. Tell the story. Tell the story.
I said to my dad, Dad, but I already... Oh, no, wait. I'm misremembering the story because I had already... Oh, no, wait. This makes it even more amazing. I misremembered. Because, in fact, YouTubers, I had already given him both of the modems. I'm sorry. I misremembered.
Oh, no,
I had already given over to my father.
Now I'm having a bit of a spell on that one.
The modem.
So, So you had already given over to me.
So now that I remember things correctly, I had already, upon request, given over both of the modems to you. The 1200 baud and the...
Oh, I remember that. I remember this now.
2400
No,
baud.
I remember this now. And yet I didn't quite... I'm sorry.
Just stop.
I know. Well.
So I had already handed these over. So this is where the true outrage, even now.
Even now? Now?
Guys, no, it's pissed me off a little bit. So I gave him...
This is therapeutic then.
Well, maybe. So I gave you both of the modems that I had.
But why did I have to fetch them?
So I gave them over. You said, I don't want you getting online and doing all this stuff. You're going to get the government coming down on me. So I gave you over the modems. And then, like a day later, I come home from school.
Yeah.
Which you graciously brought me home. Thank you.
Yeah.
And I noticed that somebody has dug up the phone line and cut it. And I said, Dad, looks like someone's dug up the phone line. And you said, well...
My son, the archaeologist.
Yeah, it looks like someone's cut the phone line. And I said, well, how'd that happen? You said, well, I cut it. And I said, well, why would you do that?
To demonstrate my commitment to keeping you off mischief?
Yes, you said something like that exactly. And I said, but that's ridiculous because I've already given you...
Well, what do you mean you gave it to me? I had to go fetch them and stash them up in the hidey hole.
No.
Oh, we seem to have a misremembrance there.
I gave them over. Now, please, because remember, I remember now. I gave them over to you, and you still cut the phone line. And so he cuts the phone line for his own house.
Well, I didn't need the damn phone. Well, actually, I did because I was negotiating the sale of the other house at the time.
And I actually needed it because I had to walk. Then that meant that I had to walk down like the most dangerous road in Delaware County to the payphone over there, like the UDF, so that I could call Jody Roberts, my girlfriend.
Call your girlfriend. Oh, perhaps there was a secondary. No, actually, no, because I didn't pay too much attention to that shit at the time. Forever, really.
Man, I was so mad at you.
I know you were.
Well, you know what pissed me off?
Among inter alia, yes.
What pissed me off the most was not that you took the modems. You said, give me the modems. I said, all right, I'll give you the modems. What pissed me off was that after I gave you the modems, you still cut your own phone line. And I thought that was a little bit psychic.
Well, that was like a preemptive, like a post-emptive, preemptive strike.
Which is why, YouTubers, I only lived there until about the next, I don't know, October.
Well, no, let's see. Well, no,
You left when you do the ACTs and SCTs.
It was late September, early October, and I want to hear you say to them why, because it's such a classic statement you make, and I do hope you say what I think you're going to say.
Well, you got to build. You have to build some understanding. So, YouTubers, what you have to understand is that I left my mother's house at the time, and I was 17 years old.
They were going to get background now, good.
To live with my father. Because my mother and I were simply unable to get along in every sense that you can imagine.
And you were 17, more or less.
And I was 17.
You were 17.
Without getting into the deep story of that, I moved out to my father's house.
Well, you were sent out. Actually, you were ejected.
Yeah.
I remember getting the call from your mother saying, "You got to come down and pick him up, or I'm going to call the cops on him." That's
my father is not remembering this.
Yes, I am. I'm remembering the phone call I got.
Well, but you got a phone call like that, Dad, about every day since I was 13.
Well, yeah, there was a lot of discussions about having you declared sort of recalcitrant child, and and I said you don't want that. You don't want him that hanging around on him and all that. Yeah, no, she had a big deal about that. I'm sorry.
Without getting into the deep background of how it is I came to live with my father.
But you wanted to do deep background.
The truth of the matter is that I came to live with my father when I was 17 years old by my own decision and by design, which I'm not going to get into publicly or on.
Oh, design! That's the first time I've heard something like that.
Well, no, it's not. But
Yeah,
I'm not going to get into it.
No, I understand. Carry on.
So,
Carry on.
So the reality
Hi,
is
Kelly.
I ended up in your heart. So I ended up living with my father for the summer before my senior year. He took me in. That was wonderful. He was a great dad. Things were great.
There was a great party down on the creek bank too one night, as I recall.
Then things were not great.
Why?
Because I wrecked my car.
Oh well, that has nothing to do with that. That didn't have anything to do with you.
And then school started, and all that stuff happened.
Well, I mean, of course, school's going to start.
Do you want me to tell the story or not?
Yeah, but I also want to discuss with you. I know.
Yeah, but
see,
I'm not having this discussion.
Go on. I'm sorry. Go on.
Well, I mean, do you want me to tell the story?
Yes, I do. Please.
YouTubers or not?
Please.
It's all fucked up. You're gonna have to edit this out now.
Please.
So, the short version is that living with my father, who loves me, and I know that.
Did you leave an adjective out there? I'm sorry. I can't help it.
Was hard.
I should hope so.
YouTubers, if you've watched any of my father's videos, you might imagine how living under his rule as a 17-year-old might be difficult. So one day, after his great kindness and taking me in, and actually I did better at school than I ever had, I just couldn't take it anymore. So I moved out. One day I said, I'm moving out. And he said, well, why are you moving out? And I said, because...
This is great.
I said, because it's too oppressive.
There you go. It's too oppressive.
And it was.
One of the proudest moments of my life. One of the proudest moments of my life.
And it was terribly oppressive. And so I moved out, and I was so stubborn I wouldn't even accept any help moving my mattress and stuff out.
Good for you. Good.
Dad's like, I remember move out day, he was like, do you want any help? I was like, no.
Good. Good for you. Good for you. Excellent. I know it'd be better if we did it in person, but we're not doing it in person. We're doing it right now. So Thomas moved out, but he'd had an experience. And actually, it wasn't that bad an experience. There were some, how should we say, wow.
It was great.
Wonderful evenings involving did I actually get the trailer down on the bottom of on the creek? Did I actually get the trailer down on the creek bank?
No. Not well.
Well, there was a tent down there, though, as I recall.
It was a great experience.
Yeah, it was a great thing. Yeah. Wait, hang on a minute. Paul just hollered. Paul, are you okay? Okay. He says, tell him no. I don't know.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't. But it was a great time. It was a great experience. There was a lot to be learned.
Well, we both learned something. I learned that I'm glad you left when you did, because otherwise, as you pointed out, I would have probably been dead as you thought. You said, you've often said, I gotta leave now because this man's gonna be dead. And I think you were right.
if I had moved out there now.
Oh, now there'd be no problem. Now there'd be no problem.
You would have been so completely chill. You'd have been like, "Hey, you're fine."
Oh, now there'd be no problem at all.
Yeah.
No.
But at the time, you
yeah.
were still a little bit too intense.
Oh, hell's fire! I mean, it was 19.
And you'd had all this stuff build up in your head.
Oh, yeah, and all this crap going to my mother and all this crap, and just my being physiologically okay in terms of stuff, yeah.
No, I have gone and screwed up.
What? How?
Hold on. I have screwed up my computer.
Oh no, it looks fine on this end.
Yeah, I know. Hold on. I've managed to bring up the chess game.
Oh. I clearly was wrong with my remarks about that chess game.
Well, yeah, hold on, man. This is weird. Like, I've screwed up the...
Shameless episode 6 of season 5 is coming up, or episode 7 of season 5 is coming up here later tonight, so everybody needs to watch that.
Of what?
Shameless. It's on some sort of cable thing, but I watch it through, how shall we say, another other outlet.
Well, you just lost one. I was trying to do.
There we go. All right.
No, not yet.
We're good now.
It's here. No, you can't get it.
There we go.
Well, that's a great story, Thomas.
Well, I don't know. I mean,
thank you for, and I'm not going to use the dreaded verb sharing. Thank you for telling us that.
Yeah, we might. I'll reshare maybe in.
Oh, don't say share. Oh, please don't say share.
I'll retell the story.
There you go. I love that. Retell the story. Perhaps out here.
In person.
Yeah, it's sort of like a more, on the ground scene here.
Yeah, you don't need to put that on YouTube. I will retell that story in person. Not on FaceTime. And then you can put that.
This like face thing here. Where's my? Oh, I don't have the. I don't have the dock in their view.
All right, you're still filming me.
Oh yeah.
You can record all this. You don't need the camera to do it.
Well then, I think what we need to say then is, at least for now, is we'll say bye bye YouTubers. Particularly since my battery light's flashing. So bye bye YouTubers. I imagine when you'd be off school tomorrow.
It's supposed to be -2 degrees tomorrow.
Oh, come on. Again, like I said, if you were, I was talking about a guy, I was talking with my judge buddy today about the month I was in Ann Arbor, Michigan, April of 1974, just before you were born, by the way, right? And, and it was like, that was when I spent the month at the, Student Health Service there, at the University of Michigan Student Health Service, and we got Bigfoot Ale. How many pounds of unnecessary hops does this one have in it?
Well, this is a barley wine, so this is
Oh, it's not even a real beer.
Oh no, it's.
Well, no, barley's beer. Okay. Barley's real.
It's 9.6%.
See, alcohol. Oh, see, that's just too much. You don't want alcohol. You don't want a beer that's that strong. I know.
Yeah, I do.
Well, that's fine by you, but I'll tell you, if I spend $5,000 and fly over to Great Britain to travel around and see people, the last thing I want to do is sit there and drink beer at 9%. I want to drink beer at 3% all night long.
Dad,
Yes.
my great hope is that you and I will one day go over once again
Oh, I do too.
and travel England and perhaps Scotland
Yeah.
and drink 3.5% beers
Till
all
the-
night long
Till the cows come home.
for like.
Well, the cows. See, the thing is, the cows have already come home by about 5 o'clock in the afternoon. Now I'm going to turn this thing off because my battery's dying. But we'll be back presently.
Last time is we spent a lot of time in Wales. Well, we spent some time in Wales.
Well, we didn't spend any time in Wales. What we spent the 2 days there in Glastonbury. I mean, you wanted to go to Glastonbury.
Go to Wales?
Well,
We got to Wales for like a day.
we drove down sort of the eastern border of Wales, but we didn't really.
Okay.
And I think we saw Chepstow Castle, and you know.
Thinking about where we went. So what we need to do is pick new targets. So we either need to decide to go north.
Well, I'd love to
we
spend most of my
decide to
time
go-
north. I'd love to spend most of my time north. I mean,
Or we need to decide to go, west.
I remember
Either
you.
we need to go England, Scotland, or England, Wales.
I remember you sort of sleeping through when I drove down from Durham down to what was it? Where's the one where they made all the cars there? And then we stayed in that train station hotel, and then where they made the Rolls Royces, and then we drove on the way down to Glastonbury the next day. But you slept. We were going through all this magnificent stuff there in Yorkshire, and the sheep herds are going through, and all this kind of thing. And of course, now since I've got several internet buddies over there, it'd be fun to meet up with them at least, for a couple of 3 or 4 or more
it would
beers,
be.
and things,
What would also be fun is if you could, I don't know. I don't know. I'm just saying it's been 22 years. I don't know. Maybe you could let it go. I was tired.
Let what go?
I was tired.
Oh hell, I don't care. No. I understand that. No. You made it very clear. You made it very clear. I just said I'm tired. I'm going to go to sleep. That's fine. Yeah.
I was exhausted.
I was a bit surprised that you did that, but nonetheless, I understand.
I do. Physiological. It was physiological, man. It's not like I had a choice.
No, I understand.
Fall asleep.
No, I'm not. This isn't a moral issue. This isn't some sort of ethical thing.
Listen to me. We need to do another run. This time you won't have to drive. You won't have to drive the whole time.
Thank the good Lord on that one.
Because as long as I
don't know, maybe I'll have to be clinging to the damn door while you go brushing against the damn bulrushes there.
As long as I haven't had anything to drink, I can drive.
I will always cherish the memory of Thomas, And we had just gotten out of Gatwick Airport, and we're already brushing against the hedges and shit on the highways, and I had Thomas is a fairly stalwart soul, and I looked over, and this man was terrified. He was terrified. Because he basically sort of trusted me to drive, and yet I had already driven over there, 3 other times when I was over there. Well, 2 other times, and I knew how to drive over in England, and he was, right.
I don't think so.
Well, no, we did.
All right. You did okay.
Well, I did.
You did.
I didn't wreck the car in an alleyway in Canterbury. Let us not forget.
We're alive.
Pardon?
We're alive.
Yes, we are, and we're doing very well. Thank you.
I
And
think
it's
the
gala.
rental-
And it's
I think the
gala. It's
company-
gala.
I think the rental company might have had a few things to say about the side of that Vauxhall that we were driving around.
I'll tell you, I don't. That had to have been faked. That had to have been faked, you know. And I understand that now. I need to start photographing, you know, the rental car every morning before and after, because that was not that way when we left. When we went to that hotel, and as far as I can tell, that wasn't that way when we went, because that was on the driver's side. I didn't see anything.
No, actually, I wasn't even talking about that. No, the driver's side thing was weird. I don't even know what that was about.
I think that was a stage thing. I think it was a stage
That
thing.
was weird. I was talking about your, you know, half a millimeter brush with death as I'm sitting on the passenger side, you know.
Oh, that's just driving down the standard thing there in Britain. Well, you got to get used to it.
It was terrifying.
Oh, it is.
Now I'm all right, but
Well, no, it is. But that's the way it is. And I knew that's the way it would be. And so I was so delighted to sort of see your reaction.
I'll be driving this time.
Well, maybe.
No, because you lost your edge. No offense, I love you.
No, you're quite right. No, you're probably right.
Too old. I can handle it.
You're probably which means we really need to go in sometime outside of. Hi, Kelly. Well, we need to go in sometime outside of the not. Well, we don't. We need to fly into an airport other than Gatwick.
Well, I mean, I think Heathrow's fine. Or
on the other hand, there's a guy I know that lives just south of Gatwick.
Well, you know, there's no reason why we couldn't fly into.
We could fly into Manchester. You know, Tony lives just short by Manchester. He'd like to see us.
Or we could fly into Scotland. We could fly into Edinburgh.
Well, I was thinking Edinburgh, Glasgow. Hi, Kelly.
If you two actually do this, I'll pay for Tom's ticket out of my own money.
I don't think she understands what she's saying, but I'm in. Sounds good.
I'm so confident it won't happen.
Now, be careful what you wish for, because it's going to happen.
I think Kelly's
It's going to happen.
Kelly's got a good line on this.
I'm ready June 8th. Let's
I'll pay
do
for
it.
it.
Today? This year?
I'll
This
book
year?
the tickets
Well, I
for
need to get my passport renewed.
My passport's expired too.
I need
I'm
to
not
get.
kidding.
Well, in that case, then we get on the stick on that.
If she's offering, I'm in. Let's go. If she's paying for my ticket,
Well,
I'm in.
I don't have a. Well, see, the problem is, you know, if they're going to come up here and start tearing up my house or my place, I'm going to have to be here. You know, if I've got to be dealing with lawyers and things about this eminent domain stuff, so.
My picture is dumb.
When's this all supposed to start?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, that's the thing, is they don't tell you till it starts. They don't give you anything. Great passport, Kelly.
I think we should just do it.
Well, I think I need to, you know, get more data here first.
No.
But,
Well, when we're sober,
I'm sober as hell.
I'm not.
Well,
Oh, I am.
No, I would contradict that a bit, but
Why?
yeah, you're a little silly.
Well, hell, I mean, that's the way I am all the time.
He's not hammered.
I didn't say it was hammered. I said it was a little silly.
I've had maybe, you know, over the course of the entire day since I've gotten home, you know, from the rising of the sun to the setting of now, I've had maybe about seven or 8 units of beer or alcohol or wines or whatever. You know, that's less than 1 an hour. That's standard. That's called metabolism.
Well, for us.
All right, go.
Well,
So, let's think. No, I'm very serious here, Dad.
oh, no, what's she got? She's got, she got the passport.
That's her passport.
God bless you. Well, I do need to renew mine. Well, just in case I want to go up to Canada. Just in case I want to go up to the UP and go to Canada or something. You know?
So, I'm serious, Dad.
Well, I am too. No, I would like to do that.
Let's-
If I could trust these motherfuckers, you know, in the county to not screw my place. But you've got to be with these guys every single minute of the day to you know, you just do. You can't trust them. You just can't trust them unless you're there. They're gonna overstep the bounds.
So, June 2016.
Oh,
No, I'm not kidding.
2016. Well, that might
June?
be 2016. That might be the case.
June 2016.
Well, that or
You
20.
and me.
Well, to 2016. That might well be the case if assuming they've got most of the stuff done. Yeah.
No. We just got to make.
No, we've got about a 6 month wiggle room in terms of decision on that.
Let's make. I'm not kidding here.
No, I'm not either. I think that's a reasonable.
Let's make a tentative.
I think it's a reasonable thing,
plan.
and I think unfortunately, you know, the earliest thing in July or June is in June.
Because if I'm still teaching, that's the way it's going to have to.
No, I understand. You're the constraints
And
of that are the
you and
constraints.
me.
Yeah.
You and me, solo run.
And then at some point when Carter gets maybe ideally in his high school senior year in high school or something, we can maybe do that, three of us.
That'd be great.
And that'd be magnificent.
But what would be more magnificent right now is June 2016.
No. I think that's a very reasonable thing. I think that's a very reasonable thing.
I'm not kidding.
No, I'm not either. No, I think that's a very reasonable thing, and I think
let's fly into Scotland if you want to avoid.
Yeah, no, I think that's a good plan as well.
route.
I've often thought about going to Glasgow or
We'll drive, and then we can drive down.
Yeah. Well, and I want to spend most of my time in the north. On the other hand, I know now, or I have made internet friends with a couple of guys in terms, but that's better than having to horse around with the damn, London area.
We could fly in elsewhere. I don't care. Hell, if you wanted to, we could fly into Paris.
I don't want to fly to Paris.
No, neither. Well, I mean, I don't know. I never have.
Well,
I've never done it.
Well, I wouldn't mind going back there sometime, but I don't think you and I want to do that together.
Why not? Because how many other times do you think you and I are going to go to Paris together?
Well, I'd rather go, if I'm going to fly into somewhere, I'd rather go into Berlin and then travel around Central Eastern Europe. I've like Budapest and Prague and.
Great, let's do that.
Yeah.
I'll do that with you too.
Oh, we do that. Well, we can do that.
I'm not kidding.
No, I'm not either. I mean, I'd rather spend my money doing that shit than
I don't have the money to do it, but I'm going to do it anyway because that'd be amazing.
Well, I want to see how this, confiscation thing turns out, and then.
I can tell you how it's going to turn out.
Well, they're going to lowball me. I'm going to hire. They're going to hire a lawyer. Then I'm going to hire a lawyer to negotiate it up so that everybody equals out. That's how it's going to turn out.
And at the end of the day, you're going to lose all your land that you want.
I'm going to lose 5 acres, 4.5 acres, and I'll end up with 3.5 acres.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I know that. I know how it's going to turn out. I mean, I've seen the plans.
But when you die, it won't matter.
No, that's true. No, that's why I'm being a big boy about it. That's why. Do I sound like I'm all that upset about?
No.
You knew me many years ago. Do I sound like I would have sounded many years ago about this?
No.
And you know why that is?
Yes.
It's because God will take care of me. Period.
Yes.
That's why. God will take care of me. That's why I'm not upset.
And do you know what God wants you and I to do?
He wants us to be sure we don't let anybody screw up what His creation is.
God wants you and I to go to Budapest together and see some fucking amazing shit in Budapest.
And drink lots of really good beer.
And drink all kinds of beer everywhere.
And your dad might, well, we won't get into that.
And how many people are so fortunate in the universe that they're even reasonably able to discuss being able to do that?
Not too damn many.
Too many.
Not too damn many. No, I'm very grateful for that.
I want to drink beer in Budapest with you.
Well, we will, and we shall.
Wait, stop talking.
I'm sorry.
I want to drink beer with you in June of 2016 in Budapest.
Oh, so we're gonna not go to Britain. Okay.
Oh, we can go to Britain too. We can do that instead.
Well, I think sometimes you gotta do these in stages. But yeah, no, I'm certainly not averse to the general idea of any of this stuff.
Understand
city
that
belching.
that
City
it's all
belching
the
again.
Understand that for me, it's all the experience.
Oh, it
So
is.
I'll drink beer with you in Edinburgh. I'll drink beer with you in Budapest. I'll drink beer with you in Paris.
No,
I'll
it's all the
drink beer with
experience.
you in Berlin.
Oh, it is all experience. No, you're right. The experience is it.
It's going to be awesome. I'm not kidding. You should do it.
Oh, no, you're absolutely correct.
I'm going to plan on it. June 2016. I'm saving money starting now.
I'll have to...
You better start saving too.
I've got... by the grace of God, I've got enough. So that's not an issue.
Okay, well, I don't. But so June 2016, we're doing it.
I do need to go get my passport fixed up.
My passport is long since expired.
Well, I know I've got mine expired in 1994, but I mean you can take it in and you know.
I think they make you give it back.
Well, no, you have to. No, you have to turn it in, and then they, you get it back, but they.
Oh, do you really?
Yeah, but it says like stamped, or there's a staple through it, or some bullshit. Yeah.
All right, I'm getting off the phone.
I'm so euphoric and delighted. I urge you to watch my communion reel video from today.
I probably won't do it tonight.
Well, you ought to.
I'll try.
Well, put it on that big ass 55-inch screen.
I think my son is still up.
That's okay. Actually, it's very appropriate for your son in terms of a story about how a young 4-year-old girl really wanted to take communion.
All right.
No, it really is very appropriate. There's nothing inappropriate. It's very good. Well, God bless you. What a treat.
God bless you.
What a treat. What a treat. Say hi to Kelly.
I will.
Say hi to Amanda.
Well, if I talk to her, I will.
Say hi to Pipe Boy. Oh, really?
I will.
Well, they live in the same area as my first cousin, my remaining first cousin.
I can only imagine.
Well, second remaining first cousin.
I can only imagine.
Two first remaining first cousins. I'm sorry.
All right.
Go on. No, please.
No, I can only imagine what they're going through right now.
We know what they're going through right now. Are they home?
Our first night back.
Are they home? Oh, they're back home?
They're back home.
Oh, fuck. That's going to be just nightmare. Particularly if... are there any, how should we say, extraneous things there?
The mother-in-law's there.
Oh, I was trying to be discreet.
Yes.
Well, she does know things. Well, she does.
She does.
Well, she's done it before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Dad.
All right. Hug everybody. Kiss
June
Daisy.
2016. Budapest.
Well, I'm not at all averse to that. I'm
Good.
not at all ruling that out.
Good. I'm not letting it go.
Good.
Good. We're gonna
Bang
do
on
this. You
me.
and me.
Bang on me. Bang
Oh,
on me
no,
like
you and me.
bang on me like I cut off that damn phone thing.
Well, if I get lucky enough, you'll fucking pay my way.